Hi, Kris. There was definitely a sense from the guys we talked to in the room that victory's great, but perhaps there's a lot of things to work on. Do you share that view as the coach?
Absolutely. I think maybe the last 10 minutes of the game, it looked like we were a team, played well, but the first 50, it was disorganized. It was lack of work. It didn't look very good, and we've got a lot of things to clean up. So, we're very happy with that we came out with the 2 points. Power play came up huge, and now we can only get better right now.
In your couple years here, I mean, you've shown that you'll make lineup changes, you'll make changes to lines from game to game, within the game. You've had to do a lot of that so far this season. Are you still searching for whatever it is you're searching for, I guess, with some of the alterations?
Yeah, well, absolutely, we're searching. The last 10 minutes of the game, it looked like we had found something. And now that might change next game, but trying to reward the guys who were playing well. And I thought Howard was one of those guys. The way he was skating, he's figuring things out really quickly here in the NHL, and very happy with his game where he's at right now. And we just needed to switch things up a little bit. And obviously, separating Leon and Connor just give us a little more balanced attack. Those two weren't really being as forceful as expected. So I liked how we finished, and we'll continue going that way.
Kris, there's been lots of periods at different times this year where your team has struggled just to complete passes that normally you would complete, like in all three zones from forwards and defense. Can you pinpoint why it just seems to be off a little bit?
No, I can't. Just a simple execution of a pass is it's either confidence, or just maybe not having confidence, or maybe overconfidence. Overconfidence, holding on to that puck too long, looking for a better play, and then that closes, and then you're forced to have a hope play rather than seeing something moving it quick, and then it gives the next guy a little more time to make a play. And I just think we're just not connected, and that's the coaching staff to get that organized and have them playing together. But we need to execute those plays a little bit better.
Last few games, you've had 5 guys now score their first goal of the year. Do you feel like more guys are maybe starting to get some offensive confidence, and that will help your overall offensive game?
I hope so. I think we're, fortunate early in the game to get the goals that we did. We had 3 goals on just a handful of chances. In the third period, we created a little more, and we're able to, feel good about scoring goals. You can't shoot, 4 or 5% all the time. You got to be able to find some easy goals, bounces. We're obviously get a bounce on Tommy's goal, but we need to continue to work and press like we did in the last 10 minutes of the third period.
Kris, you said you're still searching for something here, right? But what's it going to take for you to kind of keep the lines together for a couple of games? Like, what are you trying to see? When do you know you have that consistency to kind of stick with?
Usually the flow of the game is, if it's in our favor, things are going well, and we don't have to chase or evade a line matchup or something like that. And if we do have somebody elevated and playing in a top 6 role, playing with Connor or Leon, they need to be playing well, because if they're not feeling it that night, it makes it difficult to continue playing those guys and pulling down a 2 superstars. So yes, you want to give those guys a little bit of leeway, but you also, in a game, you don't want to be taking away your two most important assets.
Just a little off topic here, but you mentioned after last game, I didn't hear you in the moment, but that Janmark isn't very close. I wonder what's happening.
Yeah, Janmark had a little, it took a little bit longer. He is progressing, but it wasn't able to return as soon as we thought. So it's just taking a little bit longer. And I would say it's at least at least another week, if not 2 right now for him.
Kris, we asked Podkolzin in the dressing room, are you happy with the line you're on? And he said, what line? He has moved around a little bit more than normal, but at the end of the game, he's back with Leon, and in the third period, he's with Leon. What did you see from that? 'Cause you didn't start with him.
You know, Pods has been moving around a little bit, and a lot of that has to do with the amount of respect I has for him as a player. A lot of the times I move him somewhere to jumpstart somebody else on that line or 2 other guys on that line because does so much. Like, he works to get the puck back, and he works to get the puck back. You know, he allows those other players to play with the puck. You know, if it's another role where we want more of a forechecking from that line, well, he'll provide that. So, yes, it's unfortunate for Pods that he has moved around as much as he had. But the reason is, it's just because I have so much respect for him as what he brings.
You must have liked to have he and Savoy in the last minute with Leon, though. You must have liked Savoy enough to help him on the ice, too.
Yeah, no, we put him, you know, just before the end of the second period, put those 3 together. You know, there were some shifts after power plays where Rico's with Howie and Savvy, and then Pods is probably up next with somebody. But, yeah, no, those 3 is initially what we thought was going to be a line a long time ago, and, you know, now they're playing together, so hopefully they can build something.
Okay, so you had Leon and Connor to start the game with Savoy. Now he's playing his own at center now. Are you going back to the 2 guys and keep finding a guy to play with Leon and Connor, or you've kind of given up on that?
No, we'll go with our lines that we finished in the game with Connor and Leon playing center.
Okay.
Kris, just wanted to ask you about early in games, you know, big mistakes. Do you feel there are more of them happening in the early going this season, or is it pretty standard in your eyes? Like, what are you seeing just in terms of dialing back the big mistake that hurts you early?
Yeah, this year I think we have been giving up more mistakes, the oopsies, where we're making mistakes where we're not forced to make a mistake. I think overall, not tonight, but overall, start of the season, I thought we've defended well. I think our structure, our tracking, our work ethic, defensively has been pretty good. I think there's room for improvement there, but overall, I think it's been pretty good. What it hasn't been good is just the puck management, and I think the puck management, or, you know, when I usually say puck management, it's usually trying to beat somebody one-on-one when that's not the play, or trying a low percentage pass. You know, I don't think it's necessarily so much of that. It's just making the tape-to-tape pass, or having the puck on your stick and just trying to make the safe play but not being able to do it. And I saw that a couple times tonight. So, you know, and that's also bled into why we're having difficulty generating some offense. Just not being able to make those easy plays.
Kris, I saw him on the ice the last few days. Is Regula an option for this weekend?
I believe he's very soon. I know he's meeting with the doctors today, just before game start, and we're anticipating him being ready very soon. So I haven't got that he is cleared, but it'll be soon.
Kris, I didn't see Frederick on the ice a lot in the second period. What was he not doing?
Well, I think maybe not in the second period. I know he didn't play much in the third, just with the extra power plays that we had. And I think they typically played, you know, I know Philp and him were a line. I know he missed one shift just because they came out with their top line, and he was the last guy to go over. And Leon went in his spot just to play against their top line. So that was the only time that I purposely had him miss a shift, was just because of a line matchup.